One Wrong, One Wrong Turn, written and illustrated by Ken Bowser. For my grandson, Liam Hayden Bowser, who never met a truck he didn't like. Pam loved her little town. Its quiet streets and narrow alleys were just right for her. This is my kind of place, Pam thought as she checked the meters. She knew that her job at the town's meter reader was an important one. Don't block any driveways, Dave, she said to the big delivery truck. Not too close to the fire hydrant, Betty, she told the bread truck. Careful not to take up the handicapped spaces, Rod, she reminded the sports car. Pam finished her rounds and headed home. She passed the bakery, the shoe shop, and the bank. Everyone waved as she passed by. Then she came up on a new sign that she hadn't seen before. Detour. It read. Detour, Pam said to herself. A detour is when a road is closed for a while for some reason, she thought to herself. I guess I'll follow the detour signs for another way home. They must be repairing a pothole or a bump in the road, Pam said to herself. She turned left just as the detour sign directed. This is a pretty street, she thought as she turned again. I've never been here before. Not paying attention, Pam took a right turn as she admired the street. Now this is an interesting little road, Pam said to herself as she began to climb. It's like a hill. I like hills, Pam said. This should be fun, she thought. Suddenly, Pam found herself in a very unfamiliar, very uncomfortable place, the superhighway. Before she knew it, Pam was swept up into crazy traffic. Whoosh! Sports cars sped past with a whir. Big tractor trailers blew by with a roar. Uh-oh, this is not good, she said. The highway was so wide that Pam could hardly tell where she should be. Where do I go? What do I do? I just want to go home, she complained. It seemed like every other vehicle on the highway was bigger than Pam, and going much faster than she dared to go. Oh, I don't like this one bit, Pam yelled. There were giant bridges above her, there were huge bridges below her. Cars raced past on her left, trucks blew past on her right, and it seemed that there were confusing signs everywhere she looked. Enter here, exit there, merge this way, merge that way. Trucks stay to the right. Pam tried to move to the right, but the traffic in that lane was moving too fast. She tried the left, but the traffic in that lane was even faster. Suddenly, a huge tractor trailer blew past Pam. The tailwind spun her and tossed her off the road, where she stopped with a skid. Pam sat still for a moment, catching her breath. Ooh, that was a close, she thought. Then she heard a voice. Well, shut my manifold, the voice said. Pam looked up and saw Tex the Road Ranger truck. You look lower than a little old June buggy, Tex said. I'm lost, said Pam. I just want to go home. Well, old Rex will get you home quicker than you can say jumpin' jumper cables, he said. Pam climbed aboard the big, safe truck and buckled herself in. At last, Pam was back in her own quiet street. I'm going to pay more attention to the signs from now on, she said to herself. Thanks for the lift, Tex, she honked. Big questions. What happened that caused Pam to get on the wrong road home? How do you think she felt on the superhighway? Big words we can learn from this. Detour, highway, and tailwind.